more that we get to know just who we are, the more confidence that we have, the more that we feel like we can fulfill, like, what are we supposed to be doing here on Earth?
Yeah. Because I think that's the beauty of, I seen this thing, that's the beauty of living life, right? To figure out what you're here for. I seen this thing with Neil DeGrasse Tyson.
Oh my God, that is one of my favorite people in the world.
I seen this thing with he was asking Larry King. He was asking Larry King, if you could live forever, would you? Larry King was like, yeah, I would. And so
of course he would. It's Larry King. Just sorry, it's cool.
And so Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, but here's the beauty about dying, right? If you could live forever, what's the point of getting out of bed? What's the point of living every day to your fullest potential if you know you're gonna be here tomorrow, right? The beauty about dying is you don't know when it is, so you have to live in every moment to be your greatest moment in that time. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And I was like, man, that's dope.
It's so dope. He's dope. Have you seen his special on Disney Plus? He had that whole series called The Universe. You should watch it.
What was it about?
So he is on there, and he does this whole series to where he tracks back humanity and science back to the mother and just the beginning of creation. And then he goes through like the world being destroyed and all these things. And then he talks about like the future of things. And then in one episode, he talks about how we already have the technology to create a telescope that can allow us to see back in the past. And then he looks straight at the camera, only like Neil can, talking about, and he goes, the question is, you ask your world officials, why haven't we created this? And it was like, oh my God. But my favorite part that I've seen in it so far, talking about like the mother and kings and queens and all of that, is love. He goes, at one point past like all the dinosaurs and all of that, there was an animal, and it was a mother who gave love, and it was the first nurturing situation, and that created and sparked humanity. So I was like, that's kind of dope.
So it wasn't the what is it called? Well, it was a TV show named after it. The Boom.
Yeah, the Big Bang.
Yeah, the Big Bang Theory. It wasn't.
He says the Big Bang created the universe, but love created humanity and people.
Okay. All right. Well, now I'm about to get out in your business. Is Jones Monroe?
You got some dope pictures up in here. Like, what is that?
What's up, Jones? What's happening? What's going on? Talk to us.
Nipsey.
Yeah. What up, Nip? What's going on?
So I feel like ever since I was like in high school, I hadn't been single for a while.
Okay.
And then I'm such a Leo. So I'm such a lover. And I like to do like things with passion and commit to them.
Okay.
And I consider myself to be a sapiosexual demisexual.
What the hell is that?
Sapiosexual, right? Like, I'm not really attracted. All my life, like, you know, people try to holler at me, whatever, and they be like, oh, you pretty. And I'm like, oh, appreciate you. And then I, for a long time, thought something was wrong with me because I'm not attracted to many people. And so, like, I'm not, you know, all my friends be like, damn, they hot. And I'm like, and I'm a sapiosexual is like being attracted to like the intellect of somebody, like the mind of someone more so, just like how they talk. And that's why I love talking to people. Like, I like how they put together words, and I like just like the mind of someone. There's a song out, it's a rap song called Sapiosexual. It's nice.
Really?
Yeah.
By who you?
Like Tootsie.
Okay.
Really, so it's nice. It's
okay.
a whole vibe.
Okay. So sapiosexual. Sapiosexual.
And then
sapio.
Yeah.
Okay, sapiosexual.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm old fashioned. So I don't know if it's because of my old fashionedness or my demisexual part of me that like I feel like whenever like I share myself with whomever, like I feel like our world, like our universes are colliding. And I don't know about other people. Like, even like I'm kind of sensitive when people touch me. Like, I can read people and feel energy and all of that. Like, people used to think I was psychic.
Really?
No, like no shit. So like I have dreams, and normally my dreams come true. So like, you know, they're vivid things and all of that. And when people like touch me, like sometimes I can tell them about themselves and things like that. And so I try to keep my energy guarded from that. And because I haven't been with many people, and then when I decided to do the whole artist thing, I needed to like really concentrate it. I haven't really concentrated on myself for a long time, and during COVID, I fell back in love with myself, and like, you know, really embraced my sexuality and like being a feminist and being sexy and just like loving life. And so I'm still looking, you know, for someone. My options are open, but right now I'm kind of just married to my career.
Okay. I want to touch back on something that you said, that you have these dreams.
Yeah.
Have you looked into that, like where that comes from, or what is that?
I haven't yet, but I have a dream interpreter that I'll hit up and call, and he, if it's too like abstract and too like metaphoric, but a lot of times they're straight ahead. My mama told me that her sister, so my aunt, was like born with a veil over her eyes. I don't even know what that means. Like, but, and when I was born, my eyes were gray for a very long time. And so I don't know, I've just always been super in tune, and that's kind of just how I live life.
Man, that is so interesting to me, because one, my wife has the same like connection with like I don't know if it's like afterlife or what, but she always talks about when she has dreams about either like a fish, or she has dreams about something, she knows something is going to happen or knows something is, and she's just like you, where she hasn't really looked into it. And I don't know if she's afraid of her own power, or are you afraid to look into it?
Okay, for a minute though, like I had gotten so connected that it did start like kind of scaring me. It was creeping me out just a little bit.
Why? That's a superpower. You don't think so?
It is, but like I woke up one morning and I was like, Mama, I had a dream that like, we had a flat tire and we got stuck on the side of the road. She was like, come on, girl. And we go in the car, and then a few miles down the road, we get a flat tire. I had a dream that one of my brother's really good friends was knocking on our door, but he looked really sad. And the other friend looked even sadder, but was real far away. And then a few hours later, my brother called saying, so-and-so got shot. Like, you know, he's no longer with us. I mean, I've had dreams, like the building that I'm in right now for my company, I saw before I had it. And so I'm trying, like, it doesn't scare me, but I think maybe the fear of how deep that goes, that unknown of that, is a little unnerving. Like, if so I just kind of let it happen, but I don't like go chasing it.
I think it's like a responsibility.
I'm gonna get on the mic.
Can you hear me? Mm-hmm. I think it's a responsibility, because like once you have the information, it's like, well, what do I do with this? Like, do I need to tell them? Do I?
Oh my God!
Do I?
One time I was in Turl, and I see this lady outside the car, and she was a white lady, and we're on the black side of Turl. Turl was still segregated, so there's train tracks, and I was like, so it was weird to see a white lady. And she had like this colorful hair, whatever. And she was like standing outside looking in this car. And then maybe a few minutes later, this younger white lady comes out. And I was like, oh man, like, did you see that lady? I was like, Mom, you see that lady? I'm always Mom. I was like, Mom, you see that lady? And then I went to the lady and I was like, did you see this lady? And she was like, no, but my grandma, like, and she started explaining that. And I feel like that, like I don't want, a response. I feel like I got a lot on my plate.
You don't want the responsibility of knowing something's gonna happen before it does.
Yeah, this we's gonna walk. He's step by step. Just we's gonna take off.
Man, I mean, I can understand like that. That could be a lot of responsibility, but at the same time, I feel like that is like I said, a superpower. You know what I mean? It's so much that you could, so much good that you probably could do with that. Probably. You know what I mean?
I believe it. But we just gonna.
But you can't use your good powers for good. I mean, for bad. You know what I mean?
Pulling up the lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Taking all the pennies.
Man. Cause I know my mom. I know my wife. She tells me, like, she talks to me about it because she really don't understand it as well. But she says she remember, like, as a little girl being in some kind of house or something, and like seeing like spirits, and nobody else would, like, cause she was a kid, so nobody else would be like, girl, come on, let's go. You know what I mean? Nobody took her serious or something. But I just think that's so dope if you could be able to tap into the afterlife or tap into, because what I hear when I see or talk to people like you is, it was the TV show that I used to watch called Quantum Leap when I was a kid, and he was able to see things before they happen, and he would go back into the future and correct them before they actually happen. And then every episode, it was always something going on. That's cool. And and he was he would play either a black man, but he wouldn't. It was a white character. I can't remember his name, but he would either play a white man, a black man, a kid. He would always play the individual who could stop the act from happening.
That's dope.
It was a dope show, and that's what I think of when I hear people like you say that you have these dreams, or, you know what I mean? And so to me, it's dope. It's fascinating. You know what I mean?
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think like outside of myself, like, you know, I think it's cool for your wife to have.
I feel like but I want to know more about it. But she like, no,
she's like me.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
It's kind of like, okay.
I want to. Have you ever talked to like a medium?
I haven't, but I have a dream interpreter, like I was saying earlier, that called. And he's kind of like a medium. He used to, I won't say who he used to interpret for, but he used to interpret for a main major black preacher. And so my dad just met him out one day, I think like at Walmart or something, and they wound up talking or whatever, and then he told him, you know, about my dreams and things like that. My mom also has dreams. And so, like, we both would just call him, just like all the time, just, you know, if we have something that's a little bit like disturbing, not disturbing, but like heavy is the best word. Yeah. And we're just like, okay, we need you to interpret this dream, you know?
Yeah. I had a dream about cupcakes last night.
What kind of cupcakes were they?
Oh man, they was the little Debbie ones with the little swirl on the top.
Gotta love some, you know, hit up that State Fair, get some deep fried Debbie cupcakes.
Yeah, man, you were talking about the fair. I might go give me a.
I cannot wait. I may be out there tomorrow. Listen, I want a turkey leg, a corny dog, and then I'm at the gym later. But then a deep fried.
Dog, man.
Man, Fletcher's.
Yeah. Man, this is dope. This is so dope. Jones Monroe, man, thank you for tapping in with us.
I appreciate you. I'll come tap in all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, leave your social media stuff where people can get a hold of you, man.
Most definitely. You guys can check me out online. Everything is at Love Jones Monroe. So make sure you go follow me online, hit me up, DM me, all that, and I'll make sure I DM you back.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And if you have any dreams about us, please let us know. I want to know for sure.
I feel like I'm going to have a dream of like you just like surrounded by cupcakes.
Not the cupcakes. Not the cupcakes. Yo, man, this has been the Tap In Podcast. Thank y'all for tapping in. Jones Monroe, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you. Yeah. Tap In Podcast, man. Holla. Thank you for tapping in with us. In order to see more clips like this, check out this video here or check out this one here.